first thing we'll go over the Vela, how to set it up, some of the parts on it. So this is the Vela that there's different parts to the exhalation valve. You have the flow sensor, which disconnects. You have the exhalation valve here. There's a button here. You're mainly going to leave this on because we're going to have an expiratory filter on there, so we're going to reuse it. But if you need to access, or if it's loose, there's a little button here where you press in and then you twist to come out. On the inside, the diaphragm is located on the inside. There's a little magnet clip that just connects on the inside. To get the valve back on, it only fits one way. Press it in, twist until you hear a click. Reconnect your flow sensor. We're going to put 2 filters, one on the inspiratory, one on the expiratory, and then your standard non-heated disposable circuit. To start this up, to get into the initial test, to start it up, to do the circuit test, you're going to have to hit accept, which is located above the control knob. So hit accept, and then you're going to press behind the machine the power on button, which is located under this little flap. So on the inside it has a turbine compressor which sucks in the air, so you're only going to need a gas source, O2 gas source. If the O2, or if there is no oxygen source, you can actually also do a bleed in through this nipple adapter on the back. And then you can run however many liters of oxygen through a flow meter, run it through here, and it'll mix with the blender on the inside of the machine. Okay, so this is the initial startup to do the circuit test. You just want to confirm that the patient is removed. You just press that. That'll enter into the test screen. So each one of these is an individual test. This one just tests the lights on the ventilator to make sure that they light up. The alarm test to make sure that the alarm sounds. And then the leak test is located on the bottom here. This is primarily the only one that you really have to worry about. Just make sure you pass the leak test for the circuit. Okay, so it passed. Once it passes, you just hit exit. It'll shut off and restart. And once it restarts, it actually goes straight into ventilation, so you can select a resume current patient, or you can select a new patient. Okay. Once you hit new patient, patient accept, you can bypass this, just hit setup accept. There's a leak comp if you need it, but we usually don't use it. So this is your basic navigation screen. You got your waveforms. Your settings are down here. If you need to change any settings, you simply tap and turn the knob and hit accept to lock it in. For modes, if you need to change any modes, located up here where the current mode is displayed, you can press on that and it brings up all your other modes. You got volume control AC, pressure AC, PRVC. Your non-invasive will be indicated by NPPV AC, so non-invasive positive pressure ventilation. Then you have SIMV with the same volume, pressure, PRVC, non-invasive. Your bi-level or APRV is located on the bottom, APRV biphasic, and your pressure support, if when you're weaning the patient, pressure support CPAP is located on the bottom here as well. Okay. So select your mode accept, brings you back to the original screen. Your parameters are located on the left hand side. You can only view 5 at a time, but you can adjust which ones are being shown. So for instance, this one, you don't really need to know the PSI of the oxygen, so you can change that to whatever parameter you want to see. So let's choose peak pressure. If you want peak pressure, you just scroll up to select peak pressure and then hit accept. So now your peak pressure will be displayed. Okay. Pretty simple. To get to the other, if you want to look at your loops, you just simply hit the main screen. This will change the layout of the screen itself. So you can get to loops, if you want to look at loops. And then if you want to look at trends or some of the trends, I think it's every couple minutes that this populates. But those are some of the basic functions, simply how to turn it on to troubleshoot, or some of the functions on the side. Your alarm reset, alarm silence are the two red buttons on the top. To get a plateau pressure, inspiratory hold is on the right hand side here. So you're going to press that, and then down towards the left hand side, that's where your readings will populate. So your plateau, and then after that you'll see your resistance and compliance.